Okay, in this video I want to talk about the pinning bolt that's on the center support for the Stingray. Right now I've got the Stingray upside down with both the top and bottom canopy off of the machine. So I took the landing gear off and took the bottom cover off. So this is the bottom of the model with all the canopy off. It's these two pinning screws that we're going to talk about here. The tail boom slides into the center support and the pinning screw pins into the tail boom to hold it in place. That's in addition to the clamping of the clamp here on the center support. What has happened in some occasions, this pinning screw is slightly too long, or when it pins the tail boom deforms in such a way that it starts to hit this center support bearing that's on the end. What that can do is make the bearing get a little rough. You'll hear a little noise in flight, being a little rough. So what you want to do when you're tightening it down, when you're building it, you come in, you tighten down, and you feel it deforming the boom, which is what it's supposed to do, and clamp down. While it's apart, you need to turn the shaft and make sure when that tightens, this shaft continues to feel free. If it tends to lock up on you, you want to loosen this back up. One option is either to simply leave the bolt as it is, put Loctite on it, tighten it down until it pinches the boom, but before it causes any bearing issue, and just leave it. The other option will be to put a small washer underneath it. Another option would be to slightly file off the end of the bolt so it doesn't tend to damage the bearing. Again, in most cases that shouldn't be a problem. It shouldn't cause a bearing problem, but it's good to check it and see if it does. Do that on both ends just to make sure the bearing doesn't get rough.